What's happening, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our home.
Today is the Yarbros Q&A.
Hey, we about to drop some facts on y'all. It's that time. So we really appreciate you guys joining us. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Rondell.
My name is April.
And together we are Nomadic Wonder, you guys, also known as the Yarbros.
We typically slow travel around, spending 3 to 6 months in a place at a time.
Yeah, but you know, in Mexico, we've been kind of doing some extra slow travel.
Yeah, really slow travel.
We've been here for like 2 años.
2 years.
For real, man. The reason for this obviously is COVID, but also Mexico is just an easy place to live in, honestly. So that being said, I think we have a lot of questions to get to. We asked you guys a couple of weeks ago to drop us some different questions of things that you wanted to know.
And you guys came through.
Y'all the best. Y'all the best. Again, if you're new to the channel, y'all need to join the ranks. You'll be joining some of the best people out here in the universe.
They truly are awesome.
Real talk. So you guys drop those questions to us. We're going to answer every last question that we received. Are you ready to climb up in this thing?
I am.
Let's go. Jorge 1070 asks, when are you guys coming to visit the north of Mexico? Like, for example, Monterrey. And what? Interesting. Okay. When we going, baby?
Well, we definitely do want to visit Monterrey, and our schedules right now aren't set in stone. So we're looking at maybe November-ish.
They got some delicious food, and what they also have is the richest municipality in all of Mexico. I want to find out if there's demand to see Monterrey.
Right.
So please.
We do want to experience it, but if that's a video you guys want to see, let us know with the like, let us know with the comment.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's another part to his question.
What did we miss the most about Mexico? Well, over the summer we spent a few weeks in the States handling some business, and I would say I missed just the lower cost of living, the affordability of things here, at least for us, and the food.
I missed the comfort of my home.
Tila asked, you know we want to hear your thoughts on coming back home. What is the most surprising thing about the U.S. now?
Honestly, the U.S. is the freaking U.S. It ain't that much that's surprising. Things are expensive and they get more expensive. People are ignorant, they get more ignorant. But there was one thing that kind of threw me off.
Yeah, there was a coin shortage happening across the states.
To me, that spells out instability, economic instability. You know, Bitcoin is starting to look really good, but that was the most surprising thing. For Eye Candy wants to know, when you were in the U.S., did it feel like you were hemorrhaging money?
In a word?
Yes, we were bleeding money. It was everywhere, y'all. It was just falling out, you know. Money was falling out of our pockets left and right. You know, our lives are not any longer set up to pay that American tax on things. Brown sugar, babe. How do the changes to VIPKID affect you guys, if at all? Do you think it's still a good option for those wanting to be digital nomads?
No. We would not recommend VIPKID for digital nomads just because China has really changing things. They're shaking the boat. They're going to be putting a foreign teacher ban in effect soon. So it's just super unstable right now to get into. But if anyone wants to get into non-Chinese based ESL platforms, I think those are still viable. Oscar Alanis wants to know, is there a website or agency you both recommend if, for instance, I want to buy or rent an apartment or house in a good area in Mexico?
First off, if you want to buy or rent a house in a good place in Mexico, you are going to have to do your research. A website, a realtor, nobody's going to be able to tell you what area suits you or what home suits you. But in regards to different websites to use,
you can check out websites like Viva Anuncios or Inmuebles24, which are just two of a few that are out there and what we use when we're looking and trying to check out the housing stock in different areas.
We actually did a video about that, a few videos about that. We'll post one of them up here, and from that video you can link into other videos to get more and more in depth. John M. How was the process getting back into Mexico? Customs, immigrations, and vaccinations, quarantine? What did you find yourselves missing from the U.S.? Family, friends, shopping, etc. Did you bring anything back with you that could be of use in Mexico? All right, a question with several questions attached. All right.
Yeah, so I would say first off, the process of getting back into Mexico was easy breezy.
Yeah, man.
Mexico doesn't require a negative COVID test. They don't require proof of vaccinations, and they don't require you to quarantine.
But coming back in was a little bit tricky for me because I bought some different toys to enhance our YouTube videos. So I had to creep those back into Mexico, and I heard that they were taxing people bringing video equipment into Mexico.
Sometimes if they pull you aside and they see that you have an extra computer or you have an extra phone, they will tax that. And the guy in front of us was questioned.
The dude was questioned and asked if he had what was in his bag, if he had any camera equipment, and he was like, yeah, that whole bag is camera equipment. They promptly removed him from the line, took him to behind the curtain to go through all of his stuff, and
asked us if we were with him.
We were like, hell no, I don't know that dude.
They let us through. And we even got checked once coming into Cancun.
For some grits.
They went through our grits, our Jiffy, and they were like, what is this? Tuerca Caso asks, I was wondering if there were any tips or methods you use to pack, to quickly repack, how to expand into your lodging, and put it all back in with ease and efficiency as you're ready for your next move.
We have two classified moves that we do, right? Is when we move from country to country or from home to home, and when we just travel around in our leisure, right? And there's a couple of different ways we pack. When we do our big move, we use our little vacuum seal bags, and instead of a vacuum, we don't have a vacuum, we roll the air out of them. And that really helps us to cut down on our luggage space. I've always wanted to try packing cubes just for organization. In regards to specific packing techniques, no rocket science here. I roll my clothes, I roll outfits up.
Now, if we are traveling to a different country and we know that there are smaller trips to be had there, then we make sure that whatever piece of luggage or book bag is on our person also has 1 or 2 changes of clothing in there so that we don't have to go into the big suitcase at all.
Period.
If we're there for longer than 3 days, I will unpack, I will move in.
It ain't gotta be no 3 days. If she sees some hangers hanging, if she sees some empty drawers, she unpacks in that place. She moves in.
Okay? I don't know. I just need that sense of that comfort that comes with even pretending like I'm at home.
My baby is an invasive species. She gets comfortable. Me personally, I don't even have any imaginations or fantasies about being comfortable. I live out of my suitcase the entire time that I'm there. And I'm cool with that. You know, there's no anxiety or anything else. And when it's time to pack up, I ain't gotta pack up. I'm already ready to go.
Well, for repacking for me, I just put things exactly how they were before.
Our time spent packing is minimal. We don't have any problem at all packing up quickly when we're on location, when we're out of location, leaving our house, or going to another location at all. We are professional packers. Antone Moore. First, have you been able to make friendships in Mexico? And if so, what's the difference in friendships between Mexico and the US? Second, I'd love to hear you interview Mexicans about what they think about having US expats in their country. And finally, generally, you guys present a cohesive, united view about your experience in Mexico. And I'm curious about what you don't agree about or what has been dissimilar about your experience. The lover spats.
Okay.
Well, first, I married my wife because we match. We are definitely cut from somebody else. In regards to making friendships in Mexico, it is easy to make friends in Mexico. We just had an excursion a couple of days ago, and we walked away with a couple of people who we believe are going to be good friends.
Yep, we're already planning a camping trip.
Yep, straight up, just like that. We've met several people here in Mexico, and it has not been a task in getting speaking heart to heart with these individuals. Mexico tends to lead with the heart, and what they say they do, so ain't really no problem.
Yeah.
Now, in contrast that to the United States, it's also easy to make friends in the States, but there's bro law. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that bromance ain't happening without a couple of shots, or you know, there's this standard operating procedures that you need to go through to make sure you protect yourself, that you're not being a part-time sucker about to get got by somebody.
Now, we've never interviewed someone here to ask them about how they felt about foreigners living in their country, but if our comment section is any indication of how people feel towards foreigners, I would say for the most part it's really warm, welcoming, and receiving. We receive lots of comments like, welcome to our country, we're so glad you're here, mi casa es su casa, you know, just really, really loving on us and making us feel like we can make this home if we choose to.
Now, every country got its assholes, period. In the States, you know, we got our fair share of all kinds of different elk and breeds of asshole. Mexico does too. Don't get it twisted. There are the nationalists here who are, you know, oh, Mexico. But for the most part, by and large, the welcome mat is thrown out for us, and we are well received everywhere we go, especially here in Guadalajara.
Yeah. Terry Cavender wants to know, so what is Adventure Hat planning for future trips? Inquiring hats want to know.
Well, for all the inquiring hats out there, we got a whole lot of things planned, especially our little farewell trip around Mexico. We just had an adventure this past weekend, and we spent 24 hours on a farm in Oruro, Mexico. And Adventure Hat and myself had a fun little adventure. Like I said earlier, we're also planning a camping trip. Where? To a freaking beach in Mexico. That's about to be live as well. So we have some things lined up, and Adventure Hat, myself, and you should have a really good time walking through these adventures. Black Pepper, I'm interested in knowing how long you plan to stay in Guadalajara and Mexico in general, and any ideas on the next stop? Quick and easy, we will be in Guadalajara for another month and a half. October, we plan on being out. In Mexico, we plan on being here to the summer 2022. And yeah, next destinations, South America, Central America, sticking around kind of in the area and working our way up into Europe.
Carlos A. is planning a trip to Mexico City at the end of October and wants to know, which phone plan would you recommend? We have had no issue whatsoever with Telcel. That's what we both use. And it was as easy as getting a SIM card at the local OXXO, recharging it there as well. And it's like a pay-as-you-go plan.
Yeah.
You pay 200 pesos, about $10, for 3 or 4 gigs of data and unlimited minutes, I believe.
Mexico's cricket, and it works. It's really good coverage. Josh for Peace, how do you plan for retirement as full-time travelers? As full-time travelers, we feel like we have an advantage in planning for retirement. We still have our retirement fund set up. We still have a savings plan set up. We just have to do it ourselves. But the caveat is we ain't about to blow our wad on trying to live in the States, which will exhaust our funds quickly.
Right. So in this journey of traveling around, we are looking for that place to call home that has affordable cost of living.
Affordable premium healthcare.
Premium healthcare, and that's safe. Monica Ocampo wants to know, were you all there long enough to get both shots? Which did you get, Moderna or Pfizer? And did you experience any side effects? Yes, Pfizer, and the only side effect was a sore arm.
That's it, no problem. Easy peasy, summer breezy, yeah. Kathy Zamora, what road trip would you recommend in Mexico?
Sad to say, we have not taken a road trip ourselves in Mexico, but there is an awesome resource on Facebook called On the Road in Mexico. There are people in that group that are very experienced with road trips and wouldn't mind answering your questions.
Good answer.
Mary Harrison wants to know, are you planning on exploring other countries soon? Yes, we are.
Yes, absolutely we are. Astro Kika, what can you say about the entitlement, privilege, and spoiled ways that you have seen in the States versus how it is in Mexico? Please give us more stories of cultural differences, but also similarities when it comes to making new friends, adjusting. First off, we all know about the Karens, we all know about the crooked cops, we all know about the massive crusty assholes that are in the States. But I gotta tell you, Mexico has its fair share as well. The line between the rich, between the haves and the have-nots is really, really wide here. And it seems like the people who have some, I'm generalizing now, it seems like some really look down on the have-nots. I think that each country has its group of people who are privileged and spoiled and whatnot.
We got a taste of this in our video about questioning if Mexico was racist, and an overwhelming amount of people shared that they didn't think it was racist, but they were for sure that there is a classist vein that runs through the country.
Some of the cultural differences are, well, here's an interesting story. I told you we met some people this weekend and got really cool with them. And I was like, bro, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. When him and I got alone together, he was like, hey man, you called me bro, and you know, For me, that means XYZ elemental P. Would it be considered a racial slur if I called you bro and so on so on? So I was like, oh nah, man, you know, we spoke heart to heart with one another and it wasn't a big deal. That's Mexico. You know what I'm saying? That's a conversation that would not be had in the States, at least in my age group.
VBJ asks, is it a relief to be back in Mexico?
Yes. It's just good to be home, y'all. I tell you.
We built our home here for the past 2 years and for the past year in Guadalajara. So it is like coming home, coming into the space that you made home, falling back into your routine, sinking into your own furniture. So there was that relief when coming back.
Ron Douglas. Hola, amigos. What states have you guys not visited that's on our top lists? Thanks for the great videos.
Muchacho. Yes, so a few states that we want to visit: Baja California,
Sir.
Veracruz, Oaxaca, Chiapas, and possibly Guerrero. Matt and Audrey S. want to know, do you know if GDL is planning anything for Dia de los Muertos in 2021? At the moment, you know, the verdict is out. We don't know what's going on. We haven't received any news.
We haven't heard anything. We've searched and still ain't heard nothing, so that's probably not good. AKJ Studios. What about the gun laws? Mexico is one of the few countries that has equivalent to the U.S.'s Second Amendment. What are the rules for guns for self-defense in Mexico? If you are a Mexican citizen, or if you're a naturalized citizen, you can own a gun. You can own a pistol for home protection, one small firearm. If you are a hunter, a sportsman, or into target shooting, you can own up to 9 long guns, or shotguns and rifles. But you have to be able to prove that you belong to an association, a hunter's board, or something like that. And it requires a paper trail. You were correct in stating that there is only one place that you can legally buy a firearm here in Mexico.
Ruben Rangel asks, what did you enjoy most about living in Guadalajara? We enjoy awesome views of the city.
Yeah, man, that's one of our favorite parts of Guadalajara. Another awesome piece of living here is there's no shortage of things to do. I mean, it's a bona fide city. So anytime we want to do something, there is a lot of something to go be done. So I love that aspect of this city, period. GCG. How to find neighborhoods to visit that are not tourist destinations. When you go to new places to live, how do you go about finding interesting neighborhoods that aren't on YouTube?
So this is where the internet is your best friend.
Straight up.
The first thing we usually do is search the internet and find out the most popular neighborhoods in a city and why they are popular.
And we do that search in the native language of wherever we're living.
Yes. We also book an Airbnb in a central location so we can check out some of these areas and oftentimes go just beyond those popular areas to see how those neighborhoods are too.
Yep, we stalk them dogs. You can't find out without walking the beat, hitting the street. When we go to view a home that we will potentially be moving into, we always walk that neighborhood. Either we get there before the real estate agent or we stay afterward. That's it. I mean, and you need to talk to the locals. You need to talk to the people. If you have a language barrier, you need to find someone that kind of speaks your language a little bit and ask them those questions. You really like to roam around in those Facebook groups.
Yeah, I go search in those groups and find out, because this is a topic that's always been asked before, and find out what people have to say about neighborhoods or what neighborhoods they like.
Nothing new under the sun. Thank you guys for sending us those questions so we can get our facts together for our people. We really needed this for our page. Thank you immensely.
If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you aren't already subscribed to our travel family, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you won't miss the next time we drop a video.
All right, y'all. My name is Rondell.
My name is April.
And we are up out of here. Peace, love, and happiness to all of y'all.
See you.
Bye.